I wanted to tie it into the Bud Light controversy, but the Dodgers did a thing and then Target did a thing. So the LA Dodgers, I guess, have this group of gay nun fans. I don't think they're real nuns. I think they just dress up as gay nuns.
Okay.
And it's been a part of their like crowd, kind of like they've got like like different teams have a special box of unique fans who do a certain thing. I think they had some gay nuns out there. And then the Roman Catholics and some other groups were like, we're kind of offended. We don't know if we want to take part in Dodger Day.
What does
that
have to do with Dodgers?
Well, Dodgers. I don't know. And
but now they exemptions.
There has to be something that makes it make sense.
But now, so first they told the gay nuns they couldn't come, but then there was backlash. So now the gay nuns are coming. So there's double backlash. So that's fun to see because the fucking Dodgers can't wait to see you in the
Dodgers
national champions.
I really don't care for those guys.
Playoffs, you scumbag.
Are they good? The Dodgers?
Not as good as us. We're leading National League last I checked, but that was yesterday. Yeah, the Phillies. One of your Cardinals. You have one player. You have one player I enjoy. It's Bryce Harper. I think he plays right field.
Even I know his name.
Fun guy, real fun guy. I'd love to have a guy like him on my team. He's very boisterous, vocal in the media. He says funny shit. He was screaming. They got in a big like brouhaha in baseball where everybody's shoving and screaming. And I can't remember which team, maybe in the Rockies. He's like, you're a fucking loser and you're from a fucking loser organization. Now, they might have won one in the last couple of days, but it had been like 3 weeks and they hadn't won a game. The Phillies, after he said that, the Phillies are like 0-8.
Oh, no. Oh, that sucks.
Like, you're a loser and you're from a loser organization.
I've started watching this baseball YouTuber. I'm looking for his name.
John Boy Media?
I think it might be him.
That's the place to go, man. That's a good one.
He kind of like he does. He's like amazing at lips reading. That's what I'm looking for. I couldn't get off lip syncing. I'm like, it's not it though. But no, I'm close. And he reads lips, and I think he gets it all right. And he replays. Now, I'm not a baseball person, so I'm not like, for example, apparently if you hit a home run in the first inning, it's impolite to celebrate. But if you like do it as a game winner, then it's more appropriate.
That's a generational thing. It's changing.
Okay. Well, this young guy hit it in the first. They got all mad at him. And he hits a second home run. They got all mad at him. He hits a third home run, and he's celebrating now. Like, can I celebrate on this one? Huh? It was a game. He took the lead for his team with that home run. I think there was someone on base. Well, apparently that's not okay because the first baseman like clotheslined him as he went by. And then there was a big brouhaha. And this guy breaks it down. Not only does he add all the lip reading and context, but in a brawl where like there's 40 people involved, there's a lot to miss. Yeah. So he goes by in like slow-mo. Like, look, this guy threw a baseball at this guy's head. Here it is. And then the ball goes up and the ball goes back down. And he outlines the whole thing. And he has a real like, somehow he's matter of fact and funny at the same time.
Yeah,
he kills it, and it makes a non-baseball fan
happy about that. Bob tells him to go fuck himself, and he's not obliged to do it. He's going to come right out and argue that.
This is what it's. Are these quotes, or is this just imitation?
Just imitation.
Yeah, that's how
I watch him a lot. I watch him a lot. Especially,
does he do stuff other than baseball?
I think so, but I watch the baseball stuff. Oh, okay. I think John Boy Media is like a bigger thing. I just watched like the guy making silly voices on baseball, but I think he does other stuff, and it's a big organization.
And he just lays it like, this guy didn't take too kind. Here, an umpire called time, and then like wished he hadn't, so pretended he didn't, and then like so the players fighting him, and the players' coach is fighting with it. You called time. I didn't call time. You called time. I didn't call time. The other refs come in. I didn't see him call time, but we all know because he like. Not only did he call time, but I guess there's a hand signal. I'm not a baseball person.
I don't know what the hand signal is. I always see him point up or do one of these.
It was something like that. Yeah. But like to me, I'm like just one finger versus three fingers. I don't know. But he apparently called time. I saw it on his mouth and I saw it with his hand. And then he tried to get away with not calling time. And then like 3 minutes into the argument, he sheepishly admits that he called time. But this guy is like doing you said this, you said that. And he's like he doesn't do funny voices, but he adds the sort of energy to it that the players have, and it's a really good watch.
Yeah, he's snarky. I like watching the fights. I like when there's a coach arguing, and he's there to when he lip syncs with them. That's what he does. He knows what they're going to say. And then as the coach is silently moving his mouth, you're like, bullshit, that's a fucking strike. And he's like nailing it perfectly. It's real comical. It's good shit.
And if it can make me like baseball, he's doing something right.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I love his videos for that. It's a lot better than watching a baseball game. I haven't been able to watch a game in a long time. I don't know how many channels I need to be able to watch Braves games. I sent that thing to you guys the other day, and it was like Friday's game will be on Apple TV. Saturday's game will be on Fox 11. Sunday's game will be on primetime Southern Sports. And I'm like, what? What's primetime Southern Sport?
I need to get satellite for this? Like, you're going to need
multiple. It's mostly women's soccer, but there's one Braves game on there.
And I know
$60 a month.
I know somebody's going to send me the link to their MLB account, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. Y'all always do that, but I don't know. I'll find a way to watch it one way or another. It's been a good year for the Braves. They're leading the East. Last time I checked, it was 5 or 6 games, but that's a lot. I'm sure I think the Phillies are in second. No, Mets are in second. Mets have a huge budget this year, not salary cap this year, not salary cap, just the amount of money they spend on their team. And they're really underperforming. So I love to see that. I really like seeing the teams that
Yankees have
given us bad losses fail. I guess so. I guess
they often have like the biggest budget, and if you don't win, then you underperformed, right? Someone did more with less.
Yeah. Oh, and then the Oakland A's. That was the baseball story. That's good. So the Oakland A's.
Moneyball.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's
them.
They are the Moneyball team, but
so they're moving to Vegas. The owner sold the team. Apparently misled the fans somehow. Like maybe said, "Support us. We're not going to sell." And then leaked that they're selling. So I've seen these videos of fans that are there panning the whole stadium in the middle of a game. I'm going to say 80 people there in a place that holds 40,000. And I'll say this, at the Phillies game the other night, I think they were packed. I think it was 40,000 because Phillies have been doing free dollar hot dog night. And it's been a little silly. Phillies did $2 hot dog nights in May. May 9th, they had dollar hot dog night, I think, or the 8th. And this guy took it upon himself to start eating hot dogs as many as he could. And, look, it's baseball. So
not a lot
the crew is following him as much as they are pitching out there. And he gets to 13 hot dogs and he runs out. And they're like, this man needs a hot dog. And the crowd starts throwing him hot dogs in a friendly way at first. They're wrapped in aluminum foil, so it works. And then they start raining down. And as you can imagine, some people are getting hit with hot dogs who have no idea that this guy over here needs another hot dog to break a record. His own personal record, by the way.
It doesn't matter. It's his internal record. Just how many he's eaten.
It's not that Japanese fella. He's not like
baseball really is boring.
So it descends into madness with hot dogs raining onto the field, and just you see them like it's like popcorn. You know how it just pops up and just goes everywhere. And I thought they won't do another one of those. 2 more they've announced. They're just going to love it.
That's fantastic.
They love the money
because they sell out.
I love Philly for this. This is great. This is like when they hit
Philly Stadium holds 40,000 people. I think.
It's Duracell night at Philly Stadium. Man, I fucking told them D battery night was a horrible idea. This is up there with Shuriken night, blow dart night, hepatitis C needle night. God damn, we got to fire our marketing guy.
I think that place holds 40,000.
This big, they're violent.
Rapping people in the head.
Oh, that kind of messes up my point. Zach says it holds 43,000, but what I had read was it holds 40,000, but the attendance was 43,000. There were 3,000 more people there than there were seats just for the hot dogs.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem realistic.
I also baseball's. I think baseball is the most. I think baseball is the most attended sport.
Could be.
That would make sense. 162 games. Like it's going to have all the most teams, by a lot.
And then they do like fill stadiums. Like the good teams still fill stadiums up 30, 40,000 people a pop.
Dude, the Cardinals will fill the stadium for absolute nonsense games in like June when they're terrible. People here are addicted to the Cardinals.
I've been to a few baseball games. The Durham Bulls are the team around here. They're a minor league team
from the movie.
And we used to go there'd be corporate day, like, hey, anyone who wants to go this afternoon can leave work early and attend a Durham Bulls game. And it's like, well, that sounds better than writing web pages. So I'm gone.
Fuck yeah.
And it's not even about the game. No one's watching the game. We're just hanging out with each other. It's okay to talk all game long. And I don't know, just chilling.
Yeah. Baseball's a good day
end.
activity. Like, it's just a fun place to hang out, kind of pay attention a bit. It's good for that. It's not like,
get to see good yard.
Yeah, you get to see
a great grass right there.
That's some real quality grass, unless you're at one of those stadiums that has turf, which I didn't know that baseball stadiums even allowed turf. I thought baseball was all about, like, you have to use real grass, but I guess, like, Tampa doesn't have it. The Arizona team doesn't have it.
What about Toronto? I always that one comes to mind. I want to say at one point maybe Toronto had not just turf, but maybe blue turf or something, like colored.
Really?
Instead of
like
green.
Boise State?
I had that image in my head for some reason, but it's from long ago. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember I went to a Boise State game when I lived there. I saw that blue turf.
Arizona, Texas Rangers, Miami Marlins, Toronto Blue Jays, and Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, now, Toronto, that's just out of laziness. Detroit is right there. Detroit has the same weather as Toronto, and Detroit has real grass. So Toronto.
That's a good call, Zach. Zach's like AstroTurf. It's named after the Astros, right?
It must be.
Are they on my list?
How selfish of them. Wait, that's the team everybody dislikes, right?
Yeah, they're cheaters. Look, there's a good amount of cheating. Here's what an Astro fan would say. Everybody cheats. It's like NASCAR. They're cheated harder than anyone, and it gave them the championship. Like, that's the answer to that nonsense. Anyway.
Any
other controversy I wanted to... They don't asterisk people in baseball, dude. They've been cheating for 100 fucking years. Corked fucking bats and steel sharpened spikes, and don't get me started on just the corruption that you saw with someone like what was it, Pete Rose. And it wasn't just him; it was other people. They were betting on games. They were shaving points. I bet. Baseball.
What does that mean?
Shaving points?
What does that mean?
We're going to win, but we're going to, if there's an over under, for example, we need to beat the line. Whatever we bet, whatever we promise to do. Sometimes it'll be over and under, 175 points for the Lakers and Nuggets tonight. Oh, I'm taking the under on that because I'm going to make fucking sure. If you're a ref, you can fix that. NBA is the game that I always hear about being fixed. I always hear about conspiracies about
it'd be the easiest to fix,
especially about how the conspiracy that I always hear is that they keep the score competitive into the third quarter, fourth quarter, or whatever. To keep people watching, because if you're getting blown the fuck out by 40 with 10 minutes to go, nobody's going to watch.
I think there's a natural sort of resting that happens too. Like, if you're up by 15, it's hard to sprint balls to the wall, and it just keeps things tighter.
Yeah, there's waves and ebbs and
flows.
Ebbs and flows.